Hey guys, welcome to the 73rd, 73rd Animated Girls Profile Confidential, the 73rd edition. And today we are looking at a character that, well, if you look at the title down below already, you pretty much are probably surprised that I'm talking about her. And that is a character by the name of Tangle the Lemur. That's right. Now, in case you guys don't know who Tangle is a character that was introduced originally in the IDW comics within the first couple of issues. And she is, in my opinion, from what I can see, just design-wise and everything, personality might be a little bit different, but design-wise and stuff, looks very, very similar to Sally Acorn. I mean, yes, different species and everything, but you look at the design of her right off the bat, depending on the artist, you can almost see Sally's influence in the character. But speaking of Tangle, like I said, she originally debuted in the IDW comics. Recently, she and another character, and I'll probably be doing a Animated Girls Profile edition on her soon too as well. But her and another character recently made their game debut in Sonic Forces Speed Battle and Sonic Dash, which are both mobile games by Sega and Hardlight. So she made her debut there. She is unlockable. I don't think she's straight up DLC, but she is an unlockable character when you get the opportunity to, collect enough coins or gems or tokens to collect her. But from what I can tell with Tangle in the IDW series is she is, well, let's just say that, let me just put it this way. She is a burst of energy. She is a burst of energy when she needs to be. Now, you might say, well, then that means obviously she doesn't take things seriously, right? Oh, she takes things seriously. Don't get me wrong. But she is a burst of energy. She is like very bouncy, very energetic. She wants to help people, and she's willing to do whatever it takes to protect those that she is friends with and she cares for. And she shows this throughout the book, even to the point that in a spin-off miniseries that they did, one of the first ones they did, with Tangle and the character Whisper, who is the character that also made her game debut along with Tangle in Speed Battle and Sonic Dash. In the book, I think at the end of the book or going into the main book, I can't really recall. I gotta look up the issue. But Tangle goes as far as to not only help Whisper out, even though Whisper at first objects to her help because she wants to go on this mission or this quest of vengeance alone. Tangle shows that she's willing to stick by her side and kind of convince her, look, you need friends to help you out. You can't be shutting anybody else out. You need people there with you to back you up. And because of this book, they become very good friends. They become compadres. You could think of them along the lines of being like the IDW Sonic's answer to Sally and Bunny and Sally and Nicole. That's how you could look at it. But anyway, like I said, she is a burst of energy. She's helpful. She's loving. Her abilities are pretty cool. I will admit that. She's able to, use her tail as a weapon, if you will. In other words, she could actually shapeshift her tail into a hand if need be. I think she can do that, as well as into a fist. So it's like a third hand. It's like having a third, hand and arm, a third arm and hand to help you out with stuff. And like I said, she's helpful. She's always wants to be there to protect those she cares for, even if it means sacrificing herself. And what I mean by that is in the main book or at the end of the miniseries. And the miniseries was taking place during what is known as the Metal Virus Saga. Well, basically, long story short, Eggman had created this metal virus that if you get infected by it, you become a mindless zombot, where your only mission is to infect others and probably do whoever controls you says. Well, long story short, Tangle got infected. She ended up being infected, protecting, trying to help out Whisper. And of course, this really got to Whisper because they became very close. Thankfully, though, in the most recent issue, I think it was 29 or something like that, she was restored thanks to Super Sonic and Super Silver, and now she is back to normal. The only question is, where does she go from here? I mean, we know she's going to be heavily involved in the aftermath, like fighting Eggman and trying to capture him, and trying to find the remaining Deadly Six, because they got scattered across the planet. So we know she's going to be involved somehow. But the question is, what happens as the book moves forward? And I think her role is going to be, I think honestly Tangle will have a bigger role as the book moves forward, in my opinion. Now, I admit I have not read the book. I'll go into more of that later in another video. But, like I said, I think she's going to have a bigger role going forward. And I think, honestly, though, her role is going to be one of character growth and maturity, because, like I said, she comes off as sort of like very energetic, very excitable, even though she has good intentions, she still has a lot to learn about being a team. Well, she is a team player and everything, but she still has a lot to learn about respecting people's wishes. Like if they say, hey, I want you to stay behind, this is not for you, she needs to respect that. And I think part of her character growth in the future is maybe she's going to be put through a training camp as a rookie to kind of start learning that. Like, hey, if you're going to be part of the resistance, you got to follow orders, you got to follow rules and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, Tangle, from what I can tell, from what I've seen and I've read a bit of, she's a very excitable, energetic character that has a very fun-loving personality. And yes, there are times she could take things very seriously, and even to the point where she could actually be serious. Like during the miniseries with Whisper, from what I understand, I think there are a few moments where she was able to kind of seriously talk to Whisper, as I mentioned, to try to convince her, hey, look, I understand how you feel. I get where you're coming from, but you need people by your side. You need friends by your side to watch your back, kind of deal. So when she gives a speech like that, she kind of talks to her, and she kind of has a moment or two like that with Whisper to kind of convince Whisper to let her go along with her. Overall, though, Tangle is, from what I can tell, probably one of the positives about the IDW Sonic book, even though, as I said, design-wise, she looks like she was influenced by Sally Acorn in a sense, just by the way she was designed and everything. And now I know probably a lot of you are wondering, why did I put her in the animated girl's profile since she's not animated? Well, that's where you would be wrong, because somebody actually here on YouTube has actually animated, I'll try to see if I can find it, but actually animated some of the first issues of the IDW book. They actually animated it. They got people to voice the characters. It looks fun. It looks like it's actually something out of the animation studio. Well, maybe not as identical, but it's almost like it's out of the animation studio that did the animation intros and cutscenes for Sonic Mania. That's what it looks like, or resembles. But yeah, that's why I put her in the animated profile confidential category, why I'm able to talk about her, as well as the fact that she is obviously going to have some animated cutscenes in future Sonic games. Whether or not they're mobile games like Sonic Speed Battle and Dash, or the games you can play on your console down the line. There's no doubt she's going to have some animated cutscenes. So I look forward to that. And if there is a new series in the works, I won't be surprised if she's involved in it. But anyway, that's pretty much going to do it for the 73rd edition of the Animated Girl Profile Confidentials, focused on Tangle the Lemur. Let me know what you all think down below. Comment if you like. I'd like to hear from each and every one of you on this. And I am out.